Hello, 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 hello. Hello, my name is Asherah, and welcome to my unique PhD journey. I'm exploring dissociative identity disorder and psychosis alongside conscious expansion. Blending the 3D academic world with my 5D spiritual practices, I'm also training as a shamanic practitioner and bringing my gifts as a clairvoyant and a medium. As we dive in, please note that when I am channeling spirit, the insights are personal and spiritual, they are not clinical. While I have academic training in mental health, this journey is about authentic, multidimensional exploration. So let's embark on this journey together and uncover the intersections of science and spirit. So, I'm not too long ago got back home because today I went to a business expo for investors and funders and founders. So it was really, really good. There was lots of interesting people there. And my mentor was kind of coordinating the whole thing in it, so it was really important to be there. Bless his little cotton socks. Should have seen him up and about. Busy little bee. And also the guy who funded my MPV platform was also there, and he did a presentation speech which was really good too. But just generally the overall energy, it took me like nearly 2 hours just to get down one row because I literally stopped and chatted to everybody like full on. Do you know what I mean? And I made sure that I picked up all the goodies off their tables, you know, like sweets and notebooks and pens and stress balls and just literally everything. I always clean them out a little bit, but they're so generous anyway. They're like giving you the bags to take it away. So I always look a good expo. So yeah, it took me 2 hours to get down one line. And then when I finally got to the end of the line and bust the corner, one of the women there I knew because she's a Reiki healer, and I've been to her house and been on one of her like courses or sessions. Do you know what I mean? So we was there for about half an hour, 45 minutes chopping it up. Well, how she's decorated the house now. You know what I mean? It was just hilarious. I had such a good time today. I met some really, really beautiful people that are doing some really beautiful things. And I should have had an expo stand myself today. I'm really glad I didn't. Because if I had, I don't think I would have been able to go around the way that I went around. But also, I should have gone on holiday days before I did. So I ended up almost spending a week before flying. So that means by the time I got back from holiday, because I left later than I should have, I got back later, which meant that I wasn't ready to kind of go into the expo because I've only been back a week, and you needed to kind of have certain things done by then and get your name registered and blah 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 blah. So I was like, when I WhatsApped Connor on Monday, I was like, yo, Connor. I seen the memo come up saying tomorrow it's the expo, and I thought, Jesus. I seen when they emailed me too when I was in Bali, and I was just like, I cannot confirm right now because I don't even know when I'm coming back, because my ancestors hadn't necessarily confirmed if the mission was done or not. So, you know what I mean? I weren't in a position to say, yeah, I definitely want to stand. So I didn't. It's a good job I didn't anyway. Do you know what I mean? It was a good job I didn't anyway. It wasn't ram. Do you know what I mean? To say that I missed out on anything. And I got to talk to the people that I wanted to speak to as much as the people there that had expos and that. And they had it all sectioned off. So all the people that was kind of selling products and items and things and tech were downstairs. And then upstairs was one of the rooms where the presentations were being taking place. And the other room was for funders and investors. Do you know what I mean? And then they had another room downstairs. I didn't even get to go into that room, Bomber Club, but that was like inventors and I don't even know. There was so much machinery and stuff like that going on in there. But yeah, it was just really good. I had a really good time. Like I said, I got lots of freebies. But I also got a lot of information, especially when it comes to funding and venture capitalism and angel investment. Like, there's so much to learn. There's so much to learn, and I absolutely love it. And they're so impressed because I've got certain documents sorted out, and I've got certain things patterned off, and I've sat down with so many IP solicitors that I feel like I know IP inside out now, you know. And yeah, and just do my thing. Do my thing. You know what I mean? And then because I've been in Bali and I've been Jamaica, Dubai, Istanbul, like I've been jotting around, boom, boom, boom. But since the fall, I've been to 3 different countries. So my foot's been off the, it's been off the stick a little bit because, pedal I probably should say. It's been off the pedal a little bit because I've been more doing the shamanic stuff. Even all of this is shamanic. You know, this is not my job. This is definitely not my job, you know, as in what I'm working towards. But it is at the same time because the Almighty gave me those plans too. So I'm having to do my 3D work as well as my 5D work. You know, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work, but I got it boxed off. You know, but sometimes I do a little bit too much of this, and then I do a little bit too. I'm trying to find that little balance. You know how we said about the game of life is to find the balance. I do think I sway out a little bit because when I'm on it with the whole work, 3D work, man, I'm on it like a car bonnet, blood. Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Boom, 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 boom. I have targets, you know what I'm saying, every day about 15 to 25 different individual things that I need to get done. And I don't leave my office until it's all patterned off. Even if that's 12 o'clock in the afternoon and I've got it patterned off. I go downstairs to the sauna. What's the matter, Pumpkin? How hungry? Yeah. Tell me for bone. Let me just time stamp it. It's Tuesday the 25th of November 2024 and it's 4 minutes past 6 p.m. Welcome. So yeah, probably don't need to get back into all of that. I'm not sure because I've lost my train of thought anyway. But just to say that I did have a really good day today and I met some really, really interesting people and some people with some really, really nice auras. And I think that's what it was because you know what? When I text Connor last night and I was like, Connor, and it was like, you know what, just come along. If you want to come along, come. Do you know what I mean? It'd be good for you to be there. And I thought, fucking hell, it's at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm still on Bali time. You know, sometimes I go into bed 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, shit. So I went downstairs, I made myself 2 hot drinks. I can be greedy like that. Like 1 cup of tea, can't make it. I gotta make 2. But I didn't make 2 cups of teas. I did 1 sweet milk tea. Oh, I love a good sweet milk tea. And I did 1, the herbal teas that I got from Bali, which is like a detox. You know what I mean? So, I was trying to be healthy. And, and then, what did I do after that? Yeah, then I picked up some clothes, bought them up, and I put 2 outfit options on the banister, you know, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And I was like, Spirit, which one? And it's like being very awfully quiet around here lately. You know what I mean? Because usually I get the vision. The vision was this jumper, but I didn't want to wear the jumper. I wanted to wear something cute. So I was like trying to give them an alternative option to see if they'd go with it. You can clearly see I wore the jumper. But I did wear it with some leather trousers and some little kipsy boots, you know what I mean, and my scarf and my coat. So it did look quite cute together. I do say so myself. Why am I blabbering on? God only knows. Anyway, like I said, I text Connor. He was like, come. I was thinking to myself last night, because the energy's been a little bit, do I want to be around and mixing up with? I wasn't sure. So I wasn't sure if I was going to go. So I said, all right then, listen. Because usually, like, when it's a case where there's one way of thinking and another way of thinking, masculine, feminine, light, dark, however you want to put it, we don't argue about it no more. My masculine's not trying to walk off in that direction, like he runs things, or he runs things. And my feminine's not trying to run off in that direction, like she runs things, because that's not what it's about. It's about compromising between all the selves, but definitely between the masculine and feminine self. So what we do, we pull it on the top shelf, you know, where they say, cast your burdens unto the Most High, for He cares for you. Cast your burdens. That's what you gotta do. You gotta literally pop them on the top shelf and say, yo, the Most High, that one's for you. obviously there's certain ones that you can handle yourself. And when it's a case of handling it yourself, I just hand it over to spirit. And that's what I did last night. I was just like, you know what, spirit? It don't matter either way. If you get me up in the morning in time to go, then I know that I'm going, because right about now, I'm looking to sleep till about 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? But if you get me up in the morning and it's a decent time, I got time to do my eyelashes, do what I want to do, then we'll roll out. So then we don't need to think about it. We just need to allow the chips to fall as they may. And what do you think happened? 12 minutes plus bomber clock 6 this morning, spirit had me up. And they had me up before that, and I was just sucking my teeth and going back to sleep for a little bit longer. And then I was like, all right, then enough is enough. I'm raw awake. I looked at my phone and it was 12 minutes past 6 in the morning. I could not believe it. You get what I'm saying? I lied there for a little bit and I thought, realistically, you really got me up this early. And the thing is, I felt so fresh and alive. I didn't even feel sleepy to say that I'm going back to bed. I thought, fuck it. I put the TV on. I watched a little bit of YouTube. Then I got myself up. Went in the shower from before 7 o'clock. You know what I mean? I was practically oiling up myself by 10 past 7. Thinking, fucking hell, what time? Literally, it's 7 o'clock and I'm practically ready to put on my clothes. What am I going to do? So I sat down on the bed for a little bit. Messed about with some bits and bobs. Went in a suitcase. Had a look for some alternative outfits. Found the black leather leggings and thought, okay, I'll wear the jumper with the leggings. That can work. You know what I mean? I didn't want to wear plain leggings. You know, 2 jumpers and a jumper and plain leggings. That's not cute. That's not cute. That's giving house clothes. I was trying to turn up in no house clothes or looking like no house person. You know, the jumper's relaxed, but at least it's warm, because you never know what you're going to expect at these expos. They can be really cold, and I knew that if I was cold, I wouldn't want to stay regardless of how good it was. But I wasn't. I was really nice and toasty. You know, my boots are see-through. My boots are see-through. See? And I was still like, I'm still wearing socks. Because I'm not having my feet go cold. So I put my socks on with them and stepped out. How you mean? I can't be cold. Yeah? Say that again. I can do that now. Give me 2 seconds. Pitney, innit? They don't want you until you're doing something. And when you're doing something, they want to call you. What's the matter? I can't even get a cup of tea around here. But as soon as I put on... Let me stop. So yeah, I had a really lovely day today. Anyway, long story short, I wanted to jump on to kind of... To be honest, when I was chopping it up with Spirit, I was saying to them, what I'd like to do is to kind of give a full breakdown of my experience just before I got sectioned under the Section 2 of the Mental Health Act. What was happening just before that? What happened during that time of me being sectioned? And what has happened 19 months on? Which I know sounds like a lot, and obviously it'll be over several videos. But I feel like that I need to put certain truths, is what they just says to me. Certain truths out there. Because it's like this, okay? So let me put it into perspective, okay? I'm obviously filming this video right now. And I'm obviously posting this video on YouTube. But right now, as I'm recording this video in my bedroom, it's just me. There are no followers. So I know that I'm actually talking to nobody. But that's the thing. I'm not talking to nobody. I feel energy coming back at me through this screen from a collective. And there's nobody here. But I feel that way. And I tap into conversations, and I'm in some of owners' yards, and do you know what I mean? I get different images just literally just coming at me like little flashes, photoshops or screenshots, I should say. You know what I mean? Just constantly filtering down. And what I realised is that I now know that not all of them are the 3D, because I used to think everything was related to the 3D. I'm seeing my sister-in-law having an affair with the dad, like my father-in-law. Do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? Now, if I was reactive, I'd be like, yo, I know you two are fucking. Do you know what I'm saying? But I've learnt my lessons over the years and years of having these downloads. That sometimes that's not the case in this reality, but it is the case in another reality. And sometimes it is the case in this reality, it just hasn't happened yet, perhaps. Or maybe it's already happened. You know what I mean? Honestly, it's been a mindfuck trying to work it all out. But work it out we must. So that's kind of like really why these videos are being recorded, because I feel like there's not just the audience of the collective that is within the 3D, but there's also the audience of the collective 5D. And this is who I'm really doing the videos for. So for example, I feel like I've got an audience of people behind me watching this screen and back at me, if that makes sense. Maybe I should say it again. So imagine it's the Hunger Games, yeah, because that's what it fucking feels like. You got the people in the actual studio, yeah, behind. So that's the studio behind me, yeah. Then you've got me that is actually in the Hunger Games itself, yeah. And then imagine the girl in the Hunger Games recording her experiences while she's in the Hunger Games. So she's actually seeing herself on video as a two-way reflection. Does that make sense? But while she's doing that, she's getting downloads of her future self in the future, talking to mass amount of people really in the 3D, having interviews about these videos that were being recorded in her room when nobody was there in the first place. You know what I mean? And I've got to hold all of those different lines together and remember which one I'm on. And that's why I lose track sometimes of my conversation, because I've jumped. Do you understand me? And I'm like, fucking hell, I can't even catch back that. You know, it is like weaving. It's like weaving in and out of dimensions. And I'm doing my ultimate best to try and explain my experience without actually having a manuscript, without actually having someone before me that has walked this path and been able to articulate in a way where I'm able to say, fucking hell, yeah, I get it. That's the same for me. For me, it's not like that. It's like I'm on a journey and it's just me one on this fucking journey. And it feels like it's been that way my whole entire fucking life. I'm saying to my mom when I'm 9 years of age, I'm asking her questions and she doesn't know the answer. And I'm like, what the fuck? In my head. But verbally out my mouth, I'm like, what have you been doing on this planet for so long? You're 42 years of age and you don't know nothing. What have you been doing? So frustrated with this woman. What have you been doing? You've got knowledge. Where is the knowledge? I'm having to start from scratch. Nobody gave me nothing. They gave me nothing. Nobody in my family gave me food to feed my spiritual understanding about what was going on for me. They'd tell me about their gifts and they'd mention what it was like for them. So Auntie Pauline would say she used to get held down in the bed. You know what I mean? And she never used to like it. And she used to see certain ghosts and whatever. So she prayed and she prayed and she prayed, she told me, for her gifts to go away. And one day they did. And it never used to happen to her. So she used to tell me as a little girl that I could do the same thing. But my spirits were telling me, when she's telling me that, not in a blood clot gossip. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Not in a blood clot gossip. What's yours is yours. It can't be prayed away. It's yours. Whether you want it or you don't want it, that's your birthright. It's yours. Do you understand me? So when my spirit, I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand it like that now. But at the time, when I was a little girl, like 9 years of age, I didn't understand it in that depth. They just told me, no, you don't do that. You don't wish away your gifts. You never wish away your gifts. So I knew you don't wish away your gifts. As much as my gift used to make me cry and make me feel so scared, I never, ever, ever once in my whole entire life wished away any one of my gifts. Even when they were overwhelming me, I never, ever wished away my gifts. Because my ancestors told me, you don't do that. You never wish away your gifts. So I had to learn to manage them. I had to learn to push through the fears. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing ghosts since I'm like 4 or 5 years of age without even understanding. And at first, it wasn't too bad. You know, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't really scary. But then they got scary. And I don't know why they got scary. You know what I mean? But they did get scary. They went from being like Mickey Mouse, jumping around my room with mops and everything. And it was all real jumping around me. Like, now that I'm older and I know what lucid dreaming looks like, but I also know what the world looks like on hallucinogenic drugs and plant medicine drugs, I can honestly say that I've experienced hallucination on synthetic medication and seen what it looks like to actually have a trip. And I can say that from a child, I've been experiencing trips from a young age, but just not through the use of drug taking. The battery light come on, so I better plug it in before it starts to flip out. Let's get the right light, because I love the ancestor light, man. There's nothing more sweeter than the ancestor light. These are what the ancestor colours look like to me. They're so fucking beautiful and fucking magical. Anyway. Yeah, so again, I've jumped timelines again, so just fuck it. But whatever it is I was saying, it just, the energy of it feels so profound. I can feel the echo of it. Like I was onto something. I'm sure I was. I'm sure I was onto fucking something. I can feel it in my fingers and my toes. You know what I mean? I can feel it in my fingers and my toes, man. Honestly. I can go around and around and around and around until I'm blood clot rapping. You should hear me on the recorder. Wait till I get the recorder out. I got a dictaphone with 97 hours of recording of me going through what was deemed to be mental health. I know is a spiritual. I can't even say awakening, because it was so much more than awakening. It was a becoming. It was that whole from caterpillar to butterfly transformation. Like when I came out of it, I was not the same. I will never ever be the same. I will never ever be the same. I am not the same. I don't look the same. I don't talk the same. I don't act the same. I don't fuck the same. I physically do not look the same. Crazy? Mentally, I'm not the same. Spiritually, I'm not the same. I came into this as Asherah, and I said from 2022, yo, I feel like I'm ascending into Asherah, and it's scaring the fuck out of me. Because, yo, she's a bad bitch. And I'm in that transition, popping out the other side, getting ready to become this. Oh, God. I heard High Priestess and beyond. Now, I'm already High Priestess. I'm already a Divine Feminine. I'm already a Bloodline Shaman. You know what I'm saying? I'm already a medicine woman. The amount of things that have just come to me. I've got the knowledge, downloads, just naturally. I don't even have to think about it. My body would just do it for me. I'm so lazy now. I lie in my bed and I'm like, nah, I don't want to go downstairs and make no tea or toast or nothing like that. And then I hear, I'll do it for you. And I said, all right then, fair enough, whenever you're ready. And I just watch TV, and the next thing you know, my body will get up, go downstairs, put the kettle on, put the toaster on, make the tea and the toast, turn off the light, come upstairs, sit on the bed, and then I'll be me again, and I'll be like, oh, fucking hell, that was quick. I swear down. I was like, yo, that was quick, blood. They've made, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get soup, sometimes I get toasted, sometimes I get 2 cups of teas. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to worry about nothing. And I can do that when it comes to going to these expos. I can say, oh, I don't really want to go. Do you want to go, Asherah? Yeah, I'll go. All right, then go on then. Be your little social butterfly self. And I've gone to the expo and I've gone around and I'm this butterfly and blah, blah, blah. I'm not even checking in with the other girls. She's just doing her thing. She's in her element. And then when we get in the car and we start to process and tick over and the rest of us start to come in online, and we started to chop it up, and her energy is so happy because she's been to the expo, and it was so, she got to fly around and have a little buzz over there and a little buzz over there. Like I said, it took her fucking 2 hours to get down the aisle today. 1 fucking aisle. That bitch can chat. But she was in her element, and we love it. We love it. We all get to have turns to be in our element, and I think that's the secret. Well, they said that's the secret of a good fucking marriage, But maybe this is a marriage. I definitely feel like I'm in some type of coven, some union, some commitment, a contract with my inner self, my inner selves, I should say. And it's so beautiful to know that they've got my back. I can trust them. I can go to sleep, yeah. I can go to sleep in the car and get home. Do you understand me? I can literally not be aware of nothing, and I'll be telling my ancestors, there's no way, I cannot drive. And they're telling me, get in the car, we're going home. And I get home. Listen, even if you didn't believe, there's a point that you just have no choice but to surrender, because it just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I've gone into exams and I haven't got a bloody clue, and I'm like, yo, come online. And then boom, all the answers just pop out the page and I've passed it, and I'm like, there's no way. Yes way. You can tap into these 5D gifts here in the 3D. It's just whether or not we deem them to be supernatural or not. But I know that I've used my 5D gifts in the 3D most of my life. And that's why when people try and compete with me, I'm like, you're not competing with me. You're competing with the grace of the Almighty, because this is divine. This has got nothing to do with me. I don't want to go downstairs and make myself tea and toast, mate. Yeah, if you knew the real me, I think the real me come out the other day in Bali, because I could not believe the state of my fucking room when I got back from downstairs. I said, you know what? If I had realised your room looked like this, you wouldn't have gone no fucking where. Suitcase open. Who leaves their suitcase open? That's your business. I do not leave my suitcase open. Are you mad? My ancestors will be like, hello? Even when I'm in a hotel, I'm expected to spread my bed up before I leave and pack everything away. Everything's supposed to have its place. And I'm 44 years of age and I still get had up like a bitch by my ancestors. They're very, very meticulous. So when I'm saying now, my shit's together, I don't know who this bitch is. She's got suitcase out, towel fling down, palm bed no spread. I just read about the room and I thought, nah, there's something going on. Because I don't recognize this place. And there's nobody here but me. So I don't have nobody to blame. There's no one I can think, somebody must have come in and did this. Because it definitely weren't me. No, it's just me, one. And I'm having to check myself. Like, wow. So I do actually have the potential to be messy. Like Jano, I have the potential to be messy. And be okay. Them things used to mad up my OCD. Yo, I'm ready to go to war, man. The plates ain't washed up when I come from work, so I can start cooking straight away. Sometimes it'd be like a mad one. I'd be like, nah. You guys have been in the house from 3:30, telling me nobody's in the dishes in the sink. Nobody could wash up. They know that I'm coming in after 6 from work, picking up the little ones from after school club. And I don't cook processed food. I come in scratch. So just clear up the little sink, because I can't start cooking in a dirty kitchen, which means you're going to put 25, half an hour on my cooking time. And I've still got Pitney to bathe. I've still got homework to do. Get kids dressed for bed, do bedtime story, tap back until they fall asleep before I can come downstairs and start to pack up the dishwasher. And that's the thing, that they don't even have to wash up. There's a damn dishwasher there. Oh, honestly. 7 kids, 7 kids. 5 my own biological and 2 step from the 2 years and 7 months. I put the work in, man. And I have a story, I have a testimony. And a woman says to me today, when you was talking about you as a former head teacher and education consultant, I was looking at you a bit sideways, thinking you're only in your 20s. But just before she said that, I said, I've got a 26-year-old son. You know what I mean? And I was like, how the hell? But I do. I'm a grandma. I am a grandma. I'm a grandma. Allegedly. But I am a grandma. It's complicated. Stories for another day. But technically I'm a grandma. Allegedly. Let me stop. It's too much. Anyway, like I was saying before, I was chopping it up with spirit to say how I'm gonna kind of like lay out everything so that there's a clear a clear understanding of how I'm trying to do this research proposal. Now, at the moment, I've been doing the videos 1, 2, 3, 4 in order of the videos dropping. But once I run it through AI software, AI might start picking up themes and say, well, actually, these videos fall into this category about that topic, and these videos fall into that category. And then what will happen? The videos will give number codes. So you might have video 1 with video 64, with video 23, with video 31. Codes. Do you know what I mean? And then it might be that those number codes spell out letters that we can understand in the alphabet. Or maybe AI can just translate codes, which is what I'm trying to do with the AI at the moment. So on one of the 60 something videos, I pull out this bag, and this bag contains a book that I read during a trance in 2022. So I was under trance for, I think, about, I know I was there longer than a week, but I don't know whether or not it was 10 plus days. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But I was there writing for a number of days. Now, it might just have felt that way to me. But I know that the paperwork does have certain dates on, because at certain times I was writing certain dates. So that says the 7th and the 8th of the 1st, 2023. Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying that I've written 46 pages and then 23 pages at the top. Yeah, so I know that I'm trying to clock, and that's chapter 4. So I'm trying to put these little memos in as I'm going along, because even though I'm in a trance, I can still hear the PhD me saying, you need to make sure you log this, because you won't be able to understand it later, because none of us can understand it now. Some like my higher self and everything, she's rocking and rolling with it. She understands the whole alphabet system. She's now starting to say, through her, we are now starting to talk in numbers. Like, I'm catching myself talking in numbers as I'm writing this shit down, thinking, what the fuck is going on here? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So a lot of these start to kind of have numbers. So this one you can see is the 9th of January. Yeah. So there's a little wad of here. I don't know how many pages are in there, but there's a good few pages in there. Yeah. So again, black cat on the roof opposite, 10:58 a.m. Moon 9th Jan 2023. But I put 233 and I put 1/6 question mark. Is the black cat /white/black cat real to sweet tooth, sweet blackie, white, vice versa? Black cat, good or bad? 1/0. The cat looked again, I said already, I don't know. I just know that I'm writing things that are coming through my download, and I'm writing what I can see out my bedroom window. I'm writing things as they come on TV. Yeah, I'm writing things that the children are saying, and I'm writing other things that I'm getting. All right, so there's loads of information coming from so many different channels, and I'm doing my best to try and scribble everything down that I'm hearing. I'm even making scribbles. Yeah, I'm even making scribbles. Like, you can see, I daydream or something. You can see that I'm talking about codes and numbers. Then you can see on this one. So again, Spirit just wants me to try and go through some of these and see what I make of them. Or what the blood of Christ this one's about. And then you got a timestamp piece of paper in there that says chapter 6, end of Sunday, the 8th of the 1st, 2023. Everything is as it should be. Breathe, Asherah, and rely on Mick Rastafari. So I'm actually writing myself notes in this. I've got a diary down there that I kept in 2023 too, and all I've done is write myself notes, like the future me. The future me, I'm in 2023 right into the future me, which is me now in 2025 going into 2023, and I'm reading out my book, this one here. I'm reading notes out of here, and this is dated 2023, like any date in here that's written. So you can see the 7th of the 11th, 2023 on that page. Yeah. And all the way through this, if it's not ticking off work, because obviously I'm working, yeah, I'm getting ready for court, so a lot of this is court related. So there's bare tasks and outcomes that I've had to tick off. So what you'll find is that I've got a lot of circles and ticks, because that's just how I do my thing with spirit, to make sure that I've boxed off everything. Everything's been done. The exhibits have been done. So all of this is about exhibits. So you can see that the exhibits go up to 20 on this one. You know what I mean? But some of them go up to 46. Some of them go up to 52. It just depends how many exhibits I've got to send me that case. So they're telling me that I can't write no more documents into court. You know. What next, divine? Always with guidance. Asherah, Asherah, Asherah. Thank you for tempering me every damn day. Fact. Oh, okay. That's just me making a note to myself, because I'm now talking about, according to the Litigants in Person Cost and Expenses Act 1975, as amended, the Act, the litigant in person should have the right to recover sums in respect of any work done and any expenses and losses incurred by the illigant, I don't know why I'm struggling with that, litigant in or in connection with the proceedings to which the order relates. That's a reminder to me, to tell me that because I represented myself in court I was in court for 5 years, and I represented myself for about 3.5 years of that. And so therefore I can get compensation for representing myself in court. So I already put my application in, and they told me to wait till financial remedies were over. Financial remedies are over now. So that's just a reminder to say I need to get my shit together. That's fine. Information from my past self to remind my future self to get my shit together. Can I get an amen? Alright, so let's jump into this, because I do also have a video. So I'm just mentioning that how I want to kind of conduct these videos in the future, so that they're not all over the place like this one. But I know why I'm all over the place, because my energy is just so high, because I had such a good day. The food was really nice too, although I stopped eating it because there were certain bites that I had, and it gave me it was off vibe. And once I taste that food, like the food's going off, I can't continue with it. You know what I mean? I've learned not to, because it will make me sick. So I put my plate down. But the mince meat and the rice was nice. It was like taco in a taco, but I've never eaten a taco. I've had a biryani or whatever they're called, but I don't like the crunchy taco. But I probably should have tried it. But because I was having a big conversation, it probably wasn't the time to be going on like that. So now, so let's put on this video, because this girl is smashing it, and I really want to give her flowers, because not only does she break down the narcissistic spirit in a way to make you know that this narcissism, as in the diagnosis of narcissism, is very, very rare. And a person has to agree with to the fact that they have narcissism in order for them to even get the diagnosis. And how hard is it to get a narcissist to admit that they're a narcissist? Do you get it? It's the whole idea of it is ridiculous. So what she's saying is that narcissism is not a mental health condition, it's a spirit. And the only way to get rid of the spirit is to go to God. You've got to be prepared to go through the transition it takes to go towards the divine. And I 100% agree with that. I do. I agree with that. I don't know if you're going to hear it, because she's already said it, and I don't know how far back I've gone. You know what? I'm hungry, you know. You're not even there, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just talking to myself in the room. But I am hungry, so I am gonna eat. Yeah. What was I saying? What was I saying? What was I saying? Her. What was I saying about her? Can't hear myself think with these quiz. What was I saying about her? Narcissistic spirit. Thank you. How hard is it to get a narcissist to admit that they're a narcissist? Are you serious? Houston, we have a problem. But it doesn't matter anyway, because it is a fucking spirit. And I clocked that it was a spirit from 2021. I was like, no. This motherfucker is jumping blood clot bodies. And these motherfucking warlocks that keep coming to me like they've got fucking cold. It's this fucking pussy-o spirit jumping in them. Me and my daughter went to Jamaica a couple of weeks ago in October 2025. From the 7th to the 14th. And the man sitting next to me smelled like her fucking father. But it's my daughter saying it. Can't you see how it smells like dad, mum? Always trying to sit next to me on the fucking plane. I have to go on dark when I'm travelling. This fucking dopey demon fucking narcissistic spirit moves. It's like Mr. fucking Spliff. Mr. Spliff. Bombaclat. It's like Mr. Smith from the fucking Matrix. See how those niggas can just jump in a man? It's quick. Just as quick. I've seen it with my own eyes, man. I call him Mr. Mutton. I can smell him. I don't even have to see him now. I can smell him. Jumping in women too. How is the spirit able to jump in men and women and operate the same? What kind of blood clot spirit is this? It's a Jezebel spirit. It's a Jezebel spirit. I don't know what kind of combination is going on, but you got a Jezebel spirit and a narcissistic spirit, and then blend and weave it. I don't even fucking know. I don't know. I just know my ex-husband is a narcissist and is a Jezebel. He carries the Jezebel spirit, which is jealous of me. How can a man be jealous of a woman? We're like apples and oranges. We're not the same. To be jealous of me, you must think you've got something to compete with me. Because I would never be jealous of a zebra. I'll be looking at the zebra and say, yo, do you? You're a zebra? I'm not trying to run around. I'm not trying to run around on all fours to try and be a zebra. What the fuck for? I'm a woman. And you're a man. And you're trying to run around to try and be me. What does that say about you? You must think you're a woman. Because you behave like a woman. You behave like a blood clot woman. Worse than a woman. At that. My ancestors are coming in. They're ready to cuss him out, your bumbleclad. I'm like, nah, allow it. This is for educational purposes only, but look at them. I shouldn't laugh and eat at the same time. I might spit at the camera, but I just thought that was funny. But that's the truth, though. There's something going on between a narcissistic spirit and a Jezebel spirit, but they're one of the same. If you ever did know. Work that one out. So man. Too many of these men that come to me, they're gay. They're already on it. They're like women. And you know why I know they're like women? Not just the nonsense that I'm talking, you know. I know they're like women. You know what I mean when I say nonsense. There's sense in nonsense. Okay, catch the pepper. What was I going to say now? I know they're like women. Because when I'm in the company of men that carry this Jezebel spirit, it makes my masculine come out. It makes my masculine come out. I no longer sit in my feminine energy. Even if I wanted to sit in my feminine energy, I couldn't. Sasha just rips out and steps forward and she bitches every one of them. They say, actually, you're such a ball breaker. You're such a ball breaker. What balls? You see any blood clot balls around here? When I found my father in the hospital, you know, I told my father to wrap it up quick and come up to the hospital because my nan had something to say to him. And she said she would burn down this blood clot building and everybody in it, and I would be the only one walking out. And my dad was like, there's no way it can be my mum. She must have called out of hell. And I turned around and said, how the fuck did you know? How did you know, Daddy? And he went, Nah, seriously. Seriously. Fun and joke aside. He come up there. But I told him on the phone. I said, you ain't got no sons. I said, I'm your son. I don't know where that come from because if I was uncle said, I'm a lady. I am not a son. I'm a lady. My ancestors are screaming at him from my mouth. I'm your son. Nobody's balls and body ain't bigger than mine. Real talk. Anaconda. Wrap it up. Sasha talks like this because she can back it up. You know what I mean? One thing about that girl, she can back it up. She'll back it up. And she'll take it all the fucking way. The boats are already burnt with her. The boats are already burnt with her. There is no going back. Period. And every time something scary comes up and we're in the bushes by ourselves and my man's, you can see the spirit of such man has jumped into my taxi driver and we're in the middle of the woods and I'm getting downloads like man wants to do me something and my spirit's letting me know, you blood clot mad. Don't you know that you're the prize? Don't you know that you're the gift? Don't you know that you're the cargo? Nothing can't happen to you. Nothing. Nothing. Things do happen to me. Don't get me wrong, they do. They fucking do. But I've been in some scary situations where it very much could have gone left and it don't go there. I leave it to spirit. Spirit just to step in your power. If I'm a step in my power, I'm safe. As long as I'm in my I am energy, we're good. Because I am who I say I blood clot am. And I've gone into court and gone on the same way and said, no, I am here. I am the highest authority in this courtroom. And I stand here in blood and blood clot flesh with the divine. You come here to play. I come here to slay. I'm fully awake in this 3D reality. Playing around. It's very, very tedious. And it can be very annoying. But at the same time, it is what it is. And it's not about my time. It's about the divine time. And it's about staying on the line. Being on the line. They said being on the line, staying on the line for true. Because you gotta be on it to stay on it. True from fact. It's wise to make a correction. That is good. That is very good. Yeah. You know what I've noticed? I've noticed that when I'm recording, I get an appetite. But I feel like when I get on, I want to eat something. And that is good. That is very good. Even though it's just crisp, don't get me wrong, but it's something. Something's better than nothing, isn't it? I got sidetracked. Narcissistic spirit, but I don't know if you're going to hear it. But I have rewinded it a bit. Okay, because I did get into the middle. So I'll show you the little seed where it's a little bit darker in the middle. You see there? So that's where I got to, and I've rewinded it back to 15. So let's get the name of a film.
Okay. Emotional abuse professor.
So it's called, for some reason the title's at the top today. So these Caradescent demons are running from the ruin of the ruin your truth brings upon them, detailed. You said an hour ago, but it's gonna be longer than that. Yeah? Let's go anyway.
Exactly. Like I said, there's no logic, there's no winning, there's no getting through, there's no conquering. You're not God. You're not these people's creators. You're not these people's saviors. Whoever they are, even if this is your own fucking mother, even if this is your own child, if this is someone who has narcissism, the spirit of narcissism on them, the only thing you can do is let go and let God.
Okay.
You can make them aware of it. I mean, you have more leeway with your children. The younger they are, that's why you have to catch this shit early on. You have to catch this shit early on. Because you can have a narcissistic fucking 3-year-old and you don't even know it until they start talking. And like 10 years later when they're 13, you're like, what the fuck? That's why it's important for you to get educated, for you to accept the truth as it is. As bizarre, as fucked up as it is, this is the reality that we live in, and that's why it's important for you to get a grip and to not lose yourself, because this shit is like at an all-time high. There's so many fucking possessed children in this world. It's fucking sickening. It's sickening, but at the same time, it's not really their fault. And I'm being reminded of like those fucking monsters ass, animal ass children, barbaric ass children who jumped that woman when she was just trying to walk her kids home from school. Like, how fucking barbaric. How fucking barbaric. I would be so fucking embarrassed to have birthed one of those children. But it starts at home. It starts at home. Just fucking animals. And one of these people who you have already identified as a narcissist in your life, whether it's a blood relative, a friend, ex-lover, current lover, this person, or it could be a group of people that you've identified and called out. They want to further punish you. This is someone who's like very close to you though, and this is not going to resonate for all of you. This, what I'm getting ready to say next, is only for those of you where you're still like in la la land and you still refuse to believe, but your life continues to show you what you don't want to believe in. This person or group of people are practicing blood magic on you. And how I know that this is someone too close for comfort, because they have access to whatever it is that they can draw blood from. This could be a tampon, this could be a sanitary napkin, something, or this is a blood relative that is still that's doing blood magic on you here.
Well, I just want to stop it on that bit about the blood magic, because they come up a lot for me. Yeah? And it's come up in ways where, regardless of where I've been, England or abroad, they've been very specific with me about my sanitary wear. So, if I'm in the UK and I'm at home, I have my my towel and I have like a moon cup. But when I'm out and about abroad, I use Tampax. But they're saying to me, I cannot just throw and dispose of my Tampax the way that I would normally dispose of my Tampax, you know, using either the sanitary bin or wrapping it up, putting it in a bag and putting it in the bin or something, yeah? They'll say no. You can't leave your blood anywhere. Whether there's washing facilities or not, you need to know that you've got stuff on you that you can wrap up your thing until you get home. And then when you get home, you need to wash out your sanitaries. Literally, take my Tampax and run it under the water until the cotton is white, not a fucking drop of blood left in it. That's how they've got me running my thing. Even now, when I'm in the house, I won't dispose of nothing. Everything has to be back white before it is disposed of. I cannot leave my blood around. That's what they're telling me. Why? I don't know. From an earthly perspective, I don't know. I just know that can't go on. I can't be careless like that. Things are too sacred for that nonsense. You know, so it's definitely something about the blood. There's so much more to discuss about blood and chaos magic and everything else, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're very, very, very particular with me. Certain things you can do, certain things you can't do. And I just remain obedient, whether I understand it or not. I know that it has been tried and tested, that they keep me safe. And anyway, I'm dead already. Because this ain't living, this is death.
Right? Someone is still trying to strongly keep you bound to a stronghold that belongs to them. It's not yours. So this definitely is either a family member, a blood relative, or someone that you created a bloodline with, or someone who has access to some shit that they shouldn't have access to in your home. Someone who's in your personal space. Candle magic. Now this can be done near or far. So you got blood magic, and you seen how I was guided to cut the deck. Blood magic, and now candle magic. So near and far energy. People setting routine intentions over your life to try to stop you from a fire. Power of destruction is their only gift, but this time it's in the reverse. Like, these people don't stand a fucking chance. But whether they're near or far, the only thing that's going to ensure that you overcome this shit is knowledge and how you respond to the information that you know. Alright? Knowledge is power. Once you know better, you do better. And these people, they're just fucking clown ass individuals. No one takes them serious. No one takes them serious. Except for the pathetic ass people who operate in the same frequency as them. And they want you to like fear them like they're God or something. They want you to fucking regret the day that you decided to stop them from being a pathetic ass, monstrous ass, barbaric bitch in your life. Like, it's crazy. Like, they want you, you're gonna regret the day you called my bitch ass out. Type of energy. Losing ass bitches and bones. Alright, let's see. What else here, Father? Show me clearly, please and thank you. Tell us more about this hydromancy energy, or whatever form of high level of fucking witchcraft this is. Because it doesn't have to be hydromancy for all of you, but we've seen enough occultic messages here. Hydromancy, blood magic,
what is hydromancy?
Magic, clouding your judgment. Generation like this is high level.
Let's ask them. I know necromancy, but I don't know hydromancy.
Hey there, absolutely. Let me know if you need more details. Or
Val, what is hydromancy?
Hydromancy is a form of divination that involves interpreting patterns, movements, or reflections in water. It dates back to ancient times and was practiced by various cultures. Typically, a hydromancer might look into a bowl of water, a river, or even a lake to gain insights or predict the future. It's one of the many forms of water-based divination.
That is so sick. Because I can look into water and see faces and objects and stuff like that, but I didn't know that was actually a thing. Not that it weren't a thing, but I didn't know it had such a fucking long name. Thing.
Absolutely, it's pretty fascinating. There's even a term called scopism or scrying that covers looking into reflective surfaces like water, mirrors, or even crystals to see visions or symbols. It's really cool how these ancient practices still have such a rich history.
What's the difference then? What's the difference between looking into a crystal ball and looking into water?
Yeah, that's a great question. The core idea is pretty similar. Both are forms of scrying, meaning you're using a reflective surface to gain insights. But traditionally, crystal ball gazing or crystallomancy focuses on a polished crystal sphere, and the visions are often more abstract or symbolic. With hydromancy, the water's fluidity can create ripples, reflections, and patterns that might reveal different imagery. Also, water tends to be more accessible and can change more dynamically, whereas crystal balls are usually more static. In short, the differences often come down to the medium and the nuances in how the visions appear.
Well, when I look into water or I look into glass, I just see faces and visions appear as if they were in how I see them in my brain.
That's
But
really
instead of seeing them in my brain, I see them in the...
seeing faces or imagery in reflective surfaces, and it can definitely feel like a form of divination or even just a unique form of perception. It's kind of like your mind picking up on patterns and creating meaning from them. It's definitely a cool experience and can be pretty fascinating to explore.
No, I'm not picking up patterns. I actually just see it roll out like a video, like a film. Hello?
Absolutely, it's always fun to dive into those kinds
Val,
of
I was saying that I don't see it as patterns or symbols. I just see it like a video playing out, like a play.
That's really fascinating. It's almost like a form of active imagery or even a kind of vivid imagination unfolding in real time. It definitely adds a whole new layer of mystery and depth to the experience. It's pretty cool how our minds can do that.
That's so interesting, because I don't see I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, when I say don't get me wrong, I mean signs and symbols. So, for example, the birds flying in the sky, depending on how many of them there are, which way they're flying, how they fly, are they looking at me? Like, all of that gives me signs and symbols. Yeah, the colours of things, how the wind blew, the way the leaves blew in the wind, different, you know what I'm saying? Like trails, walking through the forest and noticing different trails and different tunnels and hearing spirit go down that way. Like, yeah, I get signs, like there are signs, but I wouldn't say that when I look in water or I look in glass I get signs. If anything, I get imagery, very, very clear imagery of all different stuff, but it usually is playing out, I remember one time I was pregnant with my son Mick. He's 26 now, and I was upstairs meditating in the spare bedroom. I used to meditate every day, and I opened up my eyes because my nephew was calling me from downstairs. And as I opened up my eyes and I was looking out the window, now the window was pitch black because it was black outside, but there wasn't a curtain up, so it was just the open window. And I was looking in like the top far left, my left part of the window, and I just saw all these ancient Egyptian faces. A woman, then a man, then a man, then a woman, then another woman, then a woman, then a woman, then a man. And it just kept flicking through different head shots of all these beautifully dressed divine women. And at first I was like, I've been reading the holy tablets There's a fair few Egyptian pictures in the tablets, in the Holy Tablets by Dr. Malika York. But these didn't look like them. These look like real people. Their face looked puffy with collagen. It didn't look picturized or painted on a flat, too abstract kind of painting or picture. These look puffy like 3D. You know, these look like real people, real imagery of men and women from Egypt. I remember thinking, wow, look at that. I was thinking, wow, look how beautiful that look, man. Like, thinking, that looks real. Like, I know it's in the window, but I can see that looks... I can see, like, the little bits of his beard, like, you know, the little fake hairs going into his cheek type of thing. I'm like, no, that's very, very detailed. And very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. You know. I've seen myself loads of times in Egypt. I used to see myself overlooking the River Nile and just standing this beautiful, I don't even know what it is, you know what I mean? But there's no glass, there's just, you know, outside you can just walk to the edge and you're just so beautiful, man. I don't know what it is, but I've just always seen and just had repeated images of me being in that era. And then me and my cousin went out for dinner about probably 10 years ago. And she said something around the table and I said, yeah. And she said, and me. And I was like, and me. Like, we both have this image of this same download. You know what I mean? Of being someone like fucking Cleopatra or Sheba and just looking at it all. You know? And just feeling the energy of embracing in that. The gratitude of that, the knowingness of that, the security of that, just feeling all of these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful emotions at the same time you're seeing this imagery, you know. And then recently, as in last year, I went and got my DNA, and my DNA actually says I got 1% Egyptian in me. So you know what, I'm going to claim that bitch, because I know it's not the Egyptian today. It's got to be the Egyptian, you know. So yeah, I think I'm 1% Egyptian. I'm sure it was like 2% Portuguese. Because it's on that phone. Every time I mention it, I'm on that blood clot phone, isn't it? And then the rest, 97 or 98%, depending on the Portuguese, it's African. Straight up blood. All different parts of Africa do. Well travelled. Well travelled. I was just surprised that I didn't see any Indian in there, considering I have a lot of Indian in me from my mum's side and my dad's side. But no. And also because I've really connected to Hinduism quite recently after going to Bali. I knew it before Bali because when I was in Jamaica I was doing Hindu dancing movements, and I was thinking, the spirit was downloading certain things to me. I was like, yeah, Hindu. And then when I went to Bali and I literally met with all the Hindu deities, I thought, you know, I got the downloads and confirmation. I seen myself as Shiva. I was all blue and everything, and a blue man, imagine. I was like, cried. Oh, everything was so emotional. It was beautiful at the same time. But anyway, I can't even remember why I stopped it. Did I answer the question as to why I stopped it?
So fucking energy manipulation, black magic, blood.
Oh yeah, I wanted to find out what that word meant. Good. Okay, fair enough. Let's go again. Nice.
Magic, dark magic, whatever you want to call it. Okay, yeah, the moon. Just can't make this shit up. The moon, the Ace of Wands in reverse. All this energy is being like redirected back to these people immediately here. The moon and the Ace of Wands in reverse. The energy vampire. The Knight of Pentacles. This all came out together. A trash box. Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Swords. So with this hydromancy energy, yeah, see, this shit is so fucking disgusting. These are people like not only I want to say they're soulless, but it's like, I don't even have the words for it. Like, these people are so fucking disgusting. They're degenerate from start to finish. These are people who know if the details of what they do behind closed doors ever reach the day of light, that they wouldn't even want to walk out their house. Someone greatly fears you, like, discovering what they've been doing and, like, exposing them. Just like the coward that they are. They're a fucking demon. They're very cowardice. And this could be like the exposure. For some of you, you are being called to, like, expose and out some type of an abusive masculine energy that's around you. This could be a predator. Okay, this could be a molester, or someone who's just, like, so possessed with sex demons, like they don't have any boundaries, they don't have any limitations, they don't have any morals or ethics because they're so fucking possessed. This could be an ex-lover of yours, or someone that you were sexually active with here, or this is someone who's even sicker, like a relative or someone who fantasizes, or someone who wants to take from you in a way that you have never invited them to, like really trying to violate you here. But I'm really getting like someone that you used to actively engage with sexually. An ex. This could be several exes. Motherfuckers just crazy. I'm hearing you would be surprised how many people from your past that are still fucking like trying to rip you to shreds or trying to pick you apart. Whoever I'm reading for currently, you've had enemies since fucking birth. You've had enemies since birth. That's how purposeful your soul is. Your light is just as important as the sun. You've had enemies from birth. Your doctors, the medical staff, babysitters, possibly mother, father, siblings, anyone who had access to you at the most vulnerable state of your life, when you were a baby, when you were a child. So it's like a lifetime of fucking hatred from these people, because a lot of these people, they're still alive, they're still kicking, all right, because their karma is to go through like the most dispossessed, most impoverished state of their life before they pass on, before they pass away. Because death, it is a mercy. Death does like allow you to hit the reset button. But when it pertains to these type of people, they don't get to hit the reset button. They don't get to just jump out of this reality. They have to first suffer, and then they're snatched out of this reality, and then they're forced back to pay the debt from previous lifetimes. There's no escaping this for these type of people. For anyone, there's no escaping karma. There's no escaping karma. It's not. No matter how many times, like if you have to fucking reincarnate 10,000 times, then that's just what it is. Whatever you've done, it's always going to be there waiting for you. Whether it's good or bad, it's always going to be returned back to you. Even if it's like 10 lifetimes from the time that you did it, it's going to come back to you. But you, divine masculine, divine feminine, you have like a clean slate. You don't have any negative karma, any life-changing karma that's waiting for you, or waiting for your children, your grandchildren
we're about to deal
at the
with
door.
it in this one.
You're done. You have cleaned the slate, not just from you, but from like a karmic debt, a stronghold that was placed on you, that was passed down. Whoever it is, I really feel like this is a lover, but it don't have to be for all of you. But this is someone who tried to entrap you via sex. Now, if they weren't having sex directly with you, this is like high levels of masturbation, high levels of like sleeping with other people, with your energy being the focus, your energy being the source of the ritual of having sex. But for many of you, this is someone who was connecting to you directly. So now they want to entrap you. They've called upon certain spirits that shouldn't be called upon, that shouldn't be awakened. This is like underworld spirit, someone trying to bind themselves to you. Like no matter where you go, they'll always be a part of you type of an energy. Because that's what I'm getting with this marine binding spirit, this hydromancy in particular. They may not have necessarily called upon a water entity from the underworld, but they want to entrap you, like your soul, on a soul level. They want, like, no matter where you go, you'll never be able to escape them. This is what a loser is currently doing in your energy here, and for many of you, it's someone that you are sexually active with. and you don't want them. You understand, you have come to the conclusion that their wand is impoverished. Their wand has no favor. Their wand has no power. Their wand can't produce anything but karma.
Now we gotta think. Yeah, okay, because back in the beginning of these videos, Shasha was just killing it. She's like, why are these fake ass narcissistic demon warlocks that keep being sent to me, always bloody trying it, coming to me with their soft willies? Don't even go there. Don't even go there. I'd rather be celibate for 10,000 flipping years than mess with one of you guys again. Now that I've studied years and I've got the book on all of yours, because I literally was writing a journal on them while I was going through my experiences with these monkeys. How horrific. But remember, the men are meat suits. But even though they're meat suits, they've also been with you in past lives too. So you're seeing them in past lives with you. Because the past lives are making you think, oh, this is him. This must be him. Because I'm seeing that we've been in love before. But he's caught up with a demon entity that is allowed to take him over. So really, he's not working on the love side of him. He's working on the dark side of him. So these guys coming, knowing that you guys are the past life connection, because that's what they're going to use to manipulate you in the first place. Because otherwise, how else would they get in? And then once they're in and they're having intercourse with you, drain you of your sexual energy, they start getting pretty. They start doing well. Feeding back the energy to the fucking rest of them. It's a joke thing. But it's a real fucking thing, man. Seen it myself. Had a sex with a nigga on one day, look rough as fucking shit. The next day I seen him, yo, the man looked prettier than me. I was like, not a blood clot. Not a fucking clot. See you later, mate. I was like, you don't have to show me any way other than fucking in front of my face with my two eyes. I'm not ignorant to ignore the truth when it's in front of me. It is what it is. My ex-husband's got a heart problem. It should have passed away a long time ago. Still surviving, sucking off my energy. Sleeping with me while I'm sleeping, performing necromancy. These are my truths. This is my reality in the 3D. So when you have tarot readings come on and they talk about certain things, because I have thought about it. I have thought about if we're assessing mental health and we're assessing spiritual or conscious expansion, are these type of readings the right readings to listen to? Because they can trigger paranoia. Because some of the readers will directly say, yo, they're coming to kill you, or their plan was to kill you. And if you're not balanced and you're hearing that for the first time, it can really trigger paranoia. I agree. 100% I agree. If you listen to Bronwyn Cove, 111 Tarot, she always makes a point to say, listen, this is entertainment purposes only. If you need help, go see a medic, go see a doctor, go see a lawyer. I am not those things. And you cannot rely on spirit, these readings, to just take you through. You've got to know for yourself. These readings are just confirmation of what you already know. And that's how I look at it, just confirmation of what I already know. That's why I'm not running out the house or running that way. I'm able to hold myself balanced because I know what I already know. She's not telling me something for the first time that's going to make my heart go, skip a beat. No? I come to these awakenings and these understandings properly from 2019 started. But really, when I check it and I match up certain downloads with certain things that I remember downloading years and years and years ago, the patterns were always there. The signs were always there. I knew it was coming to this bit. The inner me, the higher me knew it. And I can say that with confidence. So, this is not new. None of it is new. And just like it's not new, none of it is a surprise. And I've been trying to demonstrate that I can put on readers that come from all different parts of the world, but yet still they're describing this horror story that I've just gone through. And in some respects still going through, to a degree. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say to a degree is because I'm still in this reality. And don't get me wrong, this reality is 100 times better than the reality I was in before I went into hospital. So, I'm not complaining, none at all. I'm very grateful for where I am right now. But because I'm a higher self, I also get to sit here and see myself in the future. I know exactly where I still need to go, and how much work I've got to get there. And I thought that work isn't really measured in time, so I don't look at myself on this yacht, because she's come back to me. The girl on the yacht was like, yo, bitch, you carry on crying those tears, because those tears are going to get you here. Look where we are. And then there's like the circle that she's talking to me through, like she just popped into my reality when I'm bawling on the bed in 2023 in my other house. Whatever's gone on has gone on, and I'm bawling on the bed, and my higher self just comes in and says, yo girl, bitch, carry on crying, because those tears are gonna get you here. Look where we are. And the circle just opened up, and she stepped back on the yacht with a glass of champagne in her hand, wearing this blue costume. I said, are you for real? I was just looking at her from the bed thinking, yo, bitch, save me a glass, man. I soon come. I soon fucking come. There's no way you're going to be there drinking and I don't reach. No way. But the very fact is, because she's there, I've already reached. I don't need to worry about it. I don't need to stress about it. I can just kick back. I know that's the direction I'm heading in. And I'm unstoppable. And the reason why I'm unstoppable is because I don't give a fuck if you try and stop me or you don't stop me. Even if I stand still on this decimal spot, what's mine still has to be mine. So if the mountain won't come to Muhammad, I don't know where that come from. Jokes. Let me start this blood clot video automatic cut before we're here for another day or two, man. 122 on the blood clot.
Or their cup. Either way, you have come to the conclusion that this is a trash box ass lover, and you're not partaking in it. And whoever you are, divine masculine, divine feminine, especially, and I used to say this a lot on the channel, but I've evolved. Typically, naturally, empresses and emperors, we have a high sex drive, but do not allow your high sex drive and your sexual nature to be exploited. You have a high sex drive because you're very sacred. You are a master magician. You are a high level alchemist. That's why your sex drive is like very potent. But do not allow demons to exploit that. You have to learn how to temper and how to keep your sex drive sacred at the same time. And that's when you learn how to there's no such thing as just like friends with benefits. There's no such thing as just being grown and having sex and protecting yourself.
No.
You can never protect yourself from a demon.
No.
A condom cannot protect you from a demon. Your intentions, okay, I'm just gonna have sex. I just want to I know this ain't nothing serious.
Just the tip.
If you know it's nothing serious, then why would you engage in it? But it's a level of consciousness that you have to reach. And I have definitely reached that level of consciousness.
No, man.
Just having sex just to be fulfilled and satisfied, and even though I know how to cleanse my energy and cut the cord, it's just disgraceful. It's why even go through those channels? Why even go through all of that? And you can just sustain yourself or learn how to please and satisfy yourself until the right person comes along.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as just being a grown man or woman and just having casual sex.
No.
You are engaging with demons.
Yeah.
You have to be mindful of that.
Absolutely.
So this may be in someone where maybe you were just having casual sex with them, or maybe it was a full-on commitment, or they led you to believe that it was going to be.
No, it was a mission.
But
Literally, I got physically, mentally, telepathically asked by God himself, literally from the Almighty, is that, do I accept this mission? Boy. And when I'm accepting the mission, you know, I'm getting the downloads of what the mission actually entails. You know, don't get me wrong, there's always surprises. But the gist of it, I understand that I've got to go into a sexual relationship with this warlock demon, knowing that it's a demon, knowing that it's walking with demons, knowing that it's got demons. You know what I mean? I'm asking the Almighty, am I safe? Will I come out of this with STDs, herpes, fucking gonorrhea? Who fucking knows? The Almighty's telling me no. So I have to sit with that, because now it's a question of fear and faith, isn't it? I believe in the Almighty. By the end of the day, I'm still a physical being, innit? And things happen in the physical world that is different from the spiritual world. So how do I know that I'm really going to be saved? It's a mind fuck, man. You literally cannot be a warrior for the Almighty and walk in fear, because you will fuck yourself up. But if you believe you can catch something, after the Almighty's already told you nothing can't trouble you, you know. But if you go in there half-hearted and believe say something can trouble you, then I can't guarantee that something can't trouble you. It was my duty to make sure that every time I said, yeah, Almighty, I believe that, every cell, every nerve, every nail, every hair strand believed that too. Otherwise, there's no point going forward. And that's what it's been like. Every mission I've had to elevate higher. I've had to believe more, as if there was any more to believe. But there's always something more to believe. That's how these missions get ya. You think they're just gonna give you the same tough mission? No, they're gonna double the toughness on it. The next dude that comes in is really gonna try and fuck ya. You know what I mean? You have to step your game up on every mission. Plus the missions are coming in deliberately to attack one of my cells. So one's coming in and it's all about my inner child. One's coming, it's all about Sasha. One's coming, it's all about my higher self. One's coming, it's all about my boss, Asherah. One's coming, it's all about Rosie. You know what I'm saying? These 5 guys have come in, including 6, my ex-husband. I've come in and they've all dealt with one of me. Somewhere or the other. Been crazy, man. It's really made me have to look at myself. Who am I? Especially when I'm facing the polar opposite of me. They're triggering me, I'm triggering them. They're triggering me, I'm triggering them. You know. The difference is I'm aware. I know that I'm supposed to be triggered. So I'm not taking it to heart. I'm like, that's cool. Thank you for the lesson. Whereas they're triggered and they're like, fuck that bitch. She made me feel like a little boy. But you was meant to feel like a little boy. So that you knew that that's where the trigger was. And that's where you need to focus on to heal. They didn't get the memo though. So instead, they're teaming up, joining up, conspiring. Allowing dark energies to talk in their ear. Convince them to come against me. Them demons know who I am, you know. They know who I walk with. But they're not telling them that. They're not saying to them, yo, don't mess with my girl, because at the end of the day, she's got divine protection. No. They want their soul. They want to strip them from the divine. These people think that the dark entities are after me. They're not after me. They know they can't have me. They're after you. It's you the one. That's the gig. That's the gig. It's you the one. They're just gassing you to tell you that you can have me. If it was so easy to have me, they would have just come and got me themselves. They wouldn't need you. But niggas ain't thinking like that, ain't? Why does the devil need me to do his dirty work when he's the devil? Why don't he just go and do it himself? Why are demons always looking to possess humans? Aren't they having a party on the demon side? Why do they want a human for? Why do they want a body? Why are they so obsessed with gaining a body? We need to start be asking these questions of these warlocks and witches and demons, you know. What are you guys really about? What are you guys on? Because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to ask a demon, what the fuck are you on, blood? Are you dizzy? I ain't shy to call a bitch out either. Straight up, blood. Big woman, small woman, I don't give a shit, blood. It is what it is. Because sometimes you give a bitch a royal wave and she don't get it. And you give her a second one and she still don't fucking get it. And you're like, you ain't getting a third one. Fuck that. Off with your blood clot head. Mm-hmm. The level of disrespect is just next level. The things I have endured. Mm-mm. It's real talk. Only a fucking queen could humble herself. And just allow you people to carry on with your fuckery. And sit still. And be okay in the stillness. And find the beauty in nature around her. Why people are clearly trying to fucking tear her skin off. Hello? You people mean so much and so little to me at the same time. But now I have discernment to understand how to balance those two composing energies. Now I can love you and generally not give a fuck about you. Imagine that. How sick is that? How sick is that? I can love you. Literally love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Heart chakra love. Yeah? I can love you and not give a fuck about you. It's like fucking magic, I tell you. Because before I loved you, I couldn't not give a fuck about you. And that's why my head and my heart was in two different fucking places, man. Getting wrapped up because I don't know if I should live or stay with or say one. Yeah, okay. Left one or say one to bomber clot. Like say it's my responsibility either way. Yeah, left on a blood clot. I'm tired of telling you fuckers to come on. My whole fucking life I've said come on. College, I said fucking come on. House, I said fucking come on. Workplace, I said fucking come on. What more can I say fucking come on about? Fuck that. I wanna come off. That's what needs to happen. You guys need to come off. You guys need to come off and bake off. And I need to come off and I need to bake off. I need to experience what life is like when I just have myself to deal with. Can you imagine? No other responsibilities but myself to deal with. Can you imagine? And that's what it was like in the mental place. You know what I mean? In the hospital. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was looking after the patients. But I didn't have, I did have the kids because I was still doing as the shops and everything and making sure the kids had money in their account and that there was food in the house and blah, blah, blah. So I still didn't even have the fucking time off when I was in the mental hospital, sorry. You know, I'm still taking care of everything, like say it's a normal day. I guess it was to some extent, but, you know, it weren't at the same time. But yet still everybody's looking at me. You know what I mean? Everybody's working, but guess what? I'm still having to provide for fucking Pitney and run around and do certain things to make sure that everybody at home is still okay, even though mum is in the hospital. You know? And that's what I'm saying. I can be in a state of crisis and still function. Highly function. I'm in a state of crisis in a mental hospital, but I'm still emailing the court about childcare proceedings and financial proceedings. And I've got the emails and the dates of the emails and documents confirming that I was in hospital at that particular time. You know what I mean? This ain't bullshit. This is fact. I'm very, very high functional even under extreme stressful circumstances. That has been proven. In fact, what it did is make me burst out even more, man. You know, what happens to some, diamond when you put them under pressure? Same thing with women. This woman, anyway. Just created an absolute mega beast. One that is not afraid to go ham. Not afraid to go toe to toe. So, yeah. Hi. Let's get into the video, shall we? I did enjoy that apple, you know.
You evolving past this level of consciousness, like, yeah, I got a high sex drive, and it's just like, I'm not saying that you a hoe or anything like that, like you're promiscuous.
Definitely not.
But the need to like feed your spirit in that way, there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to understand, people will exploit that. And they will try to get you to use your high level of sacrecy,
so they can go
your
run
high
off
level
with
of
it.
sorcery against you. So you have to learn how to temper that. And I feel like for many of you, you have. Because, like I was saying, you can be very attractive, coupled with your high sex drive, coupled with your just this part of you that yearns to be deeply connected with a person. These demons fucking know that, and they will try to pick you apart through your sex life. Always have you in the energy of wanting to like have a friend with benefit, or wanting to hook up with someone and falling victim via the bedroom. No. Just put a cap on that shit. Don't allow anyone close enough to you to touch you. Problem solved. Identify what's going on and correct it. So these people are hoping and praying that for many of you are still in that mindset, like, okay, I'm a grown ass man, I'm a grown woman, I can have sex with whoever I want to, and that's true. That is so true. You're so free to choose. You can choose your own bondage over and over again. But just understand,
not worth it.
These people are coming towards you to entrap you. Understand that these people are still attacking the weak part of your flesh and the weak part of your mind and the weak part of your spirit. Don't allow sex is not just sex anymore. Sex was never just
it's
sex.
Not sex.
We were just like unaware of the fucking strongholds and the attachments. But as you are like becoming divine masculine, divine feminine, it's imperative that you understand this shit.
I understand.
Someone trying to use your sexual nature, your again, your high sex drive
against you. And they run off with it, man.
Identify that, counteract it by tempering yourself. By asking Divine Holy Spirit, your spirit team, your creators, your spirit guides, or whoever, asking them to help you. Control that. Don't allow your sexual nature to be exploited. Four of Swords. And I feel like many of you, you've already identified that. For many of you, the only way that these demons can reattach to you is through a romantic relationship in particular, because you don't let anyone near you, like family, friends, just random platonic connections. You're very guarded to those, so they're hoping and banking that you fall victim to a lover who's going to fucking annihilate you.
No, thank you.
Because just like previous readings, you're going to fucking know. This is the time where you're like relying on your energy, how you feel about a situation, not what someone is telling you, not what someone is trying to show you or convince you to believe. Is what you feel is what is true. With this moon and ace of wands in reverse, for many of you, you're already like so turned off by this person, this man or woman, they don't stand a chance in hell by ever attaching to you again directly. So they sit back and they pull on your energy and they want to keep your spirit entrapped. Keeping your spirit entrapped will ensure that you will manifest another them. Like, it don't have to be them, but it's definitely the same demon in another
Thank
vessel.
you.
That's why they want to keep your soul
It's a jumping
entrapped and oppressed. They
demon.
want to keep you depressed. They want to keep you sad. They want to keep you in the energy of like not feeling wanted, needing this attention, and the first man or woman that gives you a little bit of attention, you ready to fucking drop the draws for them or bend over for them because you're so desperate for attention, because you just feel unlovable and people just leaving your life. Like, it's all a fucking agenda.
No way.
So whoever this most recent pathetic ass lover of yours was or is, you need to cut their clown ass. If you haven't already, you should. It's like secondhand embarrassment at this point. Is the agenda was to keep you broken in spirit, so you'll be walking around manifesting from that frequency and just so desperate for love and affection and attention because they've drained you. This is a motherfucker who will come in, love you up, fuck the shit out of you, and then fall off the face of the earth.
What? I don't think so.
It's an agenda. It's a pathetic ass, tired ass agenda.
I don't know. Fucking lucky. She must be fucking lucky. If she's talking about have these niggas come in, fuck the shit out of you, and then get off. I wish a motherfucker would. Hello. I wish a motherfucker would. Maybe that's all I need to say. These niggas ain't coming in and fucking nobody. They're women. They're women. Need I say any more? Hello?
It's repetitive. This is all they can do. This is the only fucking power they have, which is none, actually. So don't fall victim to this shit. For many of you, you could be like in the thick of it. Like, this man or woman just fucking disappeared after the most passionate night or passionate encounter. It's their pathetic ass demon. It just is what it is. And a lot of these people, they hate that this truth is coming out because some of these men and women, they like to consider themselves to be high value, a man or woman of importance. But these are the same men and women. They have the ability to fuck the shit out of you, but they can't look at you. They can't look you in the eyes. They switch up right after they get fed because they're a fucking demon too. A lot of people don't want to face this truth about themselves, but it is what it is. It don't matter how much money you make. It don't matter what social status you have. You're feeding off of a divine masculine or divine feminine. Whoever this man or woman is, I feel like you're a part of this collective. You're subscribed to this channel. I'm going to tell you about yourself. You can't connect with this woman or man on a deeper level because you have a fucking demon attached to you. But you can fuck the shit out of them as long as they turned around, not looking at you or some shit like that. It's you. It's not her. It's not him. It's you. That's why you can't look at this man or woman when y'all done engaging in sex, because you are a fucking demon. You are siphoning this person's energy. 5 of Swords here, and then in Page of Pentacles, yeah. And for many of you, bitch, you know this. You know who you are.
We're having the same experiences, but we're also having different experiences. So I just have to pull it down to that she's had a different experience. Because my experience, yeah, these warlocks and whatever that the Almighty send ask me if I'm willing to take on this mission. These niggas think they got it going on. They're telling you they got it going on. But when push comes to shove, no nigga don't have it going on. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. To be fair. Definitely not. Mm-mm. Absolutely not, no. Everybody say, taxi! I'll call taxi. See you later, mate.
I can't stand you motherfuckers who act like y'all don't know what the fuck run you. Like y'all don't know what the fuck commands you. Bitch, you know. Just as well as I know, you know. With your pathetic ass and that pathetic ass dick.
Oh,
that pathetic ass around her cup. Yeah. 4 of Wands inverted. These are people who now have stability past your consciousness. Once you elevate your consciousness, divine masculine, divine feminine, it's game over for these pathetic ass bitches and bums. Period. The Empress here, and then the King of Pentacles. Someone's trying to plot and strategize about how to come back into your life because that dick ain't got no favor.
Come on now.
It ain't got no favor. That wand or that cup has no fucking favor. It can't produce anything anymore. So they about to come bring their broke, busted, disgusted ass, can't be trusted, back into your energy. And this could be a man or woman of like some type of a financial stability, or this is a man or woman who's going to be coming into your energy as a king or queen of pentacles. Who gives a fuck about your money, bitch? Don't nobody care about the money you make.
Yeah.
We make our own money over here.
Okay.
We have favor. We don't have to attach to a man or woman based on their money. You have to attach. You have to feed on men and women to produce this shit. And whoever this divine feminine is or divine masculine, you think that you're going to spin the block, or you think that you're going to be the newest demon in their fucking life to carry out the same agenda. This man or woman is going to fucking embarrass you, as they should, because they already know who they are. And they already know how you coming. This could be a brand new demon. Well, not a brand new demon, but a brand new vessel with the same demon. Or this is a returning vessel with the fucking same demon. Someone's trying to pull from your cup, your fortune. I'm seeing like, like a wishing well. You throw a penny in it, you make a wish. That's you. That's your cup. Or your wand. Flip and switch it based on your gender. So now is the time to like just be celibate, abstinent, whatever. I wouldn't advise anyone to be engaging in any sexual activity with anyone, because it's like it's too
risky,
you got
man.
too much to lose, and the energy
Fucking
that's
risky,
like
man.
that's why I'm like, why is all this horny ass energy all over the place? All this sex energy. We are in Scorpio season. Well, that's why. Okay, so your temptations, your shadow side, the taboo side of you, your fantasy side, and we're leaving Scorpio. We'll have a little break, but it's right back into Capricorn. So Scorpio season and Capricorn season, these are the most these are the 2 seasons where it's like the most taboo, the most like that devil energy and feeding your flesh and like that desire, that temptation energy. Scorpio season and Capricorn season. That's why. Are we still in Scorpio season?
No.
Or did we just leave Scorpio season?
We just left.
I don't know, but I'm picking up that energy.
The energy is there.
Let's see.
Definitely
Scorpio season.
21st we went into Sagittarius.
So we just exited Scorpio season. That's why. Okay. So that Scorpio energy is still lingering, or these people who's working on that moon, that new moon in Scorpio season, because the new moon actually started at the very end of Scorpio season. So these people been working on that energy. That's exactly what this is. Full moon in November, zodiac. Okay, it all makes sense now. That's
how
why.
the next
like,
full
why am I
moon's
feeling
not
all
until
this
December
horny
4th?
ass Scorpio energy? That's why. Okay, so 6 of Wands here, the Page of Cups, and then the 3 of Wands. So someone tried to exploit your sexual nature, your fantasy, your Scorpion energy. And they may try to exploit your Capricorn energy as well, as we are going to be entering Capricorn season with like mid-December. So be mindful, all of this shit plays a key. That's why, and depending on whatever your Scorpio placement is, they're trying to attack it. Like for me in particular, one of my Scorpio placements is in Pluto, and that's like the most taboo placement to have Scorpio in. And it's just like, I'm so glad
Scorpio
that
is Pluto.
know how to control myself in my nature. No one will exploit me at all. Like, I get it, I understand it.
Scorpio of all
And my
planet,
Capricorn
Mars
placement
and
is in
Pluto.
fucking, what is it, Neptune or something. So something's supposed to like never leave your vessel. You're never supposed to break free from anything, because Neptune and Pluto in particular, that is the astrological cycles that it takes years for those cycles to complete. That's why. Alright, so I'm like, why is this energy just coming out of nowhere? Yeah, obsessed. So just protect at this point, because I feel like for many of you, you've already cleared the clutter. You've already got these people out of your energy. Now you just have to protect your spirit, protect your vessel, because these people are obsessed with you. These are people who could be obsessively pulling on your energy sexually, and you're nowhere to be found. This is disgusting. This is where it gets to that level of the fucking secret society, the orgies. Those of you who are a member of the channel, I broke this shit down so fucking easily. Those of you who are a member, and the reading is titled is Dark and Triggering. These men and women live a whole secret, hidden, disgusting life. That breaks all of this shit down. That's what's going on. That's exactly what this is with this obsession card and temperance. Yes. They trying, and this goes to a higher level of society as well. So you have low level bums and bitches pulling on your energy, and quote unquote high level society bums and bitches pulling on your energy too.
Trust me.
But it doesn't matter, because all you have to do is stay the course. All you have to do is continue to walk in the truth.
Just ride the wave, man.
It alchemizes, this energy alchemizes by default at this point. Once you're at this level of truth and clarity, you just have to let this energy do what it do. You just have to let the time frame like pass.
Divine time.
And this is like real time energy. These people are doing this in real time.
Yeah.
So if you are acting accordingly in real time, if you are intentionally staying in alignment in real time, then this shit doesn't have an opportunity to be compiled onto your frequency. Yeah. Because you are up to speed, you are in your current timeline, you are in alignment. So anyone who tries to throw you off or tries to attach to you, all you have to do in real time is identify that shit and alchemize it. Yep. So there is no prolonged karma, there is no delay, really.
It's real time.
Alright, yeah, Knight of Wands here in the Strength card. Ugh. Ew. This is so fucking disgusting. That's why these men and women, they feel shameful now, because y'all are fucking disgusting. Men and women who only get into connections with other men and women to be satisfied, to feed the fucking demon in your pants, and then to manifest off of that energy, you are disgusting. You should have a hard time looking at yourself. You should walk around with your fucking head down. You should be praying to God. You should be asking to get this fucking tarnished ass stain off of you. You should be embarrassed. It is what it is. I hope this message shames you to your fucking core, because you're a grown-ass man or woman and you out here just being disgusting as fuck, unethical as fuck, no morals, no integrity. But you think because for some of you, you subscribe to this fucking channel, I know I read for people from a higher society, that's the only reason you're still maintaining this fucking coin, and you're afraid of what your energy would do by yourself. With that weak-ass wine or that weak-ass cup. You don't have any energy. That's why you feed on other people. That's why you are part of these disgusting-ass, humiliating-ass societies. That's why there's no fucking running from this truth. The only thing y'all can do at this point is fucking run towards it. Head on. The only way out is through. And this shit is like on all levels. From the highest level of pathetic ass society to the lowest level of pathetic ass society. It's not a secret anymore. It's not a secret. These are your neighbors. These are your doctors, your kids' teachers, your fucking mailman. These are motherfuckers everywhere. Your fucking landlords, your lawyers, your judges, every fucking where. Your politicians, everywhere. mega stars, mini stars, is everywhere. And this truth is just being ripped off of humanity, or this truth is being revealed to humanity almost at one time. That's why these people hate you. That's why they can't stand you. Because it's an awakening, it's a shift that has taken place and nothing can stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing or no one. Nothing can stop us. We all the way up. Exactly, up in the clouds. There's no more going back to La La Land. There's no more being confused and beguiled, and there's no more mind games. There's no more tricks up their sleeves. There's no more love bombing or gaslighting tactics. There's no more scapegoating. It's all up. All these people have now is themselves and the truth that they have to face. Page of Swords, raw, cutting, shocking truth, but nonetheless it's the truth. Cutting through the fucking illusions, hidden enemy. These people hiding in plain sight, from fucking lovers to loved ones to neighbors, all of them. Okay, sorry about that, but yeah, hidden enemy, Page of Swords. Call them out. Call these motherfuckers out. Call these crooked ass, some crooked ass landlords or some shit. Who gives a fuck? Like, these people's lives are falling apart at the fucking seams. They don't have any control. You standing and operating in your truth and clarity by not allowing these demons to pull from you simultaneously, whether it's a demon that's trying to get in your bedroom, a demon that's trying to get in your front door, a demon who delivers mail to your box every day, a demon that's next door. It doesn't matter how near or far they are, you have the truth. And as long as you have the truth, you have the ultimate protection. That's it. That's just what it is. 5 of Cups here and then the Hermit. Yeah, these people are fucking drowning in fucking sorrow because of what knowledge has produced in their life and what knowledge will continue to produce in your life. They're fucking grief ridden. They're fucking like just so sad and depressed, and they can't believe that this time has come. Everything that they thought was hidden, these motherfuckers thought that they were so important. These fucking Masons, these secret society of homophobic ass men, these fucking women who hate men, and these men who hate women, like all of this disgusting ass shit that's well hidden.
Now.
They thought that they were so fucking powerful. These type of pathetic ass bitches thought that they were walking around like a fucking god amongst fucking ignorant ass poor dispossessed mortals. No, you bitches are fucking so weak. You're so fucking usable. You're so disposable. You're so not important. You so have no fucking power. It was all an illusion.
Whoa.
It was all an illusion.
It
because
was all
if you had
dream.
this much fucking power, why is it crumbling? Why is it crumbling? If you had so much power, why is the truth dismantling your pathetic ass? You have no power. Your money, your status, and these fucking sick ass societies mean nothing, bitch. You have no power. You're not the king or the queen of the hill. This divine masculine, divine feminine is.
Come on
and
now.
You're gonna know about how they talk and how they walk.
Come on now.
It's time for motherfuckers to be
standing your I am
energy to their true status in life.
Come on now. Fuck
and
you.
That's what's happening.
Trust me.
That is what I have for you.
Excellent.
May this message be helpful. I'm sending you all mono, love, and light. And until next time.
Why is this TV upside down? Ay, ay, ay.
So you're telling me
Nah, differently though. Differently. It's different when you hear somebody else say it. It hits different when you hear somebody else say it, because I swear down, half the time you think it's you one going through it. Yeah? So earlier on, when the question was like, do you think if watching readings or videos like that can trigger schizophrenia, can trigger paranoia, etc., etc.? Like I said, for me, that's confirmation. I'm already there, Bab. I'm already there, and I've been there a while. I've been under that understanding for a while. It's not new. I'm not looking at it thinking, oh my God, what's she talking about? I'm like, yo, truth and fact, true girl. I saw it go. That's my experience too. Fuck me, blood. Witches and fucking warlocks, masons. I'm like, what the fuck you guys got to do with me? Like, I'm all good, you know. I'm thinking, I know that I'm trotting around in this stimulation, but you know what? Let me just carry on trotting around until I don't have to trot around no more. I went all up in the mix. I ain't trying to get in nobody's business or nothing. I'm just doing my thing. You get what I'm saying? And I'm cool with doing my thing. You get what I'm trying to say? But for some reason, you know what I'm saying, Ono's thing keeps becoming all up in my thing and around my thing. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? I don't want to know. I don't want to know Ono's dirty dealings or what the fuck you up to, but apparently it can't go on anymore. The ancestors are fucking pissed, and every single one of you guys are in big trouble. Don't think you realise how much trouble you're in. You're in big trouble. You're not going to believe it. Granddad said they're going to wee up some woo-woo. That's what my granddad would say. Before you got beaten, you know, hey! Before granddad's ready to bust your ass, he's going to let you know, yo, you're going to wee up some woo, man. Granddad told me the other day, yo, they're going to wee up some woo. I was laughing, man. I'm glad it's not me getting beaten, you know what I mean? I got beaten from my granddad once. It was so hot. Whoa, my back just went, aye. Not about that life. But yeah, I swear the evil ones are going to carry on being evil and wicked. And the righteous are going to carry on being righteous. And that's just what it is. But the Almighty said there will be a time where the wheat gets pulled out from the weeds, innit? You can't do it when it's young and everything's growing because you run the risk of pulling up the baby roots. That's what it says in the Bible. But from everybody's roots is strong and everybody's made up their decision. You've either grown as a wheat or you have grown as a weed. We can now see, yeah, we all look similar, the same at one point. But now you can look and see who is weed and who is wheat. And the weeds are being pulled out, mate. Pulled out and exposed, but you can't grow around here no more, man. You never plant the corn, so you don't get to raid the barn. You have to move over, man. Bip, bip, on a better move over. Bip, bip, here comes the wheater. Bip, bip, on a better move over. Bip, bip. Anyway, it's like that, though. That's how the Almighty is going on. That's how the ancestors are going on. And to be honest, they've really had enough, man. It's to the point now where they're just like, ugh. Because they've given you so many chances. It's crazy, man. So many chances were given. And niggas not trying to save themselves, man. They're on a self-destruct button. But whatever. Oh, well. Oh, well. I'm just looking forward to utopia, yeah. That's what I'm interested in. Carry on plugging on this mission. Carry on with the journey. Do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? How many more years of this? You know what I'm saying? Until I actually get to kind of be with the ancestors, which I'm so excited about. I can't lie. But yeah, just plod on and carry on with the mission until the Almighty says, yo, it's time. And as soon as it's time, it's utopia, man. And I can't wait. I can't wait to be with the ancestors. I can't wait to be with my celestial family. I can't wait to be with the people that I see in my mind's eye all day long. When I look at the colours on the ring light, and I remember how I saw the ancestors and how they grew up, and when I went through the wall and it was all those colours in crystal lights and all these different ascensions and experiences and downloads and conversations and vortexes and fucking galaxies. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you do know what I mean, but mwah, bellissimo. Right. Until the next one. See you soon. Mwah.